Hey Technostads! One of the terms you'll hear in this industry is a life cycle. It's just the idea that something has a beginning, middle, and end to it. And when it comes to cybersecurity, we need to think about the beginning, middle, and end to our different technologies and the different areas of cybersecurity. So in this video, let's get into some life cycles that you'll need to manage from a risk perspective. When it comes to life cycles, we're really talking about the people, process, and technology. Each one of these has a beginning, a middle, and an end. So let's talk about those life cycles and go over what that looks like. When it comes to people, you are going to hire somebody and there's an onboarding process. And hopefully part of the onboarding process is training. And hopefully part of that training is cybersecurity awareness training. So there is an onboarding process that you go through with each of your employees to bring them on board. And then once they're on board, things are usually not stagnant and stay the same. Usually within the company, people are moving around. And so you need to be thinking about what's going to happen when people move around. You don't want them moving from department to department and position to position and gathering up more and more access to all of your systems. Instead, what you want to do is when they move from one department to another, you need to offboard them from one department and onboard them onto another department and make sure the permissions change with that. And then when they leave the company, then there's an offboarding process to decommission those accounts and take them out of the systems. So these all need to be well defined. And that comes to a certain degree into your processes as you create your process. What are your onboarding processes? What are your offboarding processes? Make sure they're well defined and followed consistently. So you're going to create those processes. You're going to implement those processes. You'll monitor them to make sure that they continue to operate as desired. And when there are problems, then you would adjust those problems to meet the new needs. So you're constantly changing those. It's something that's going to be dynamic. Your processes should be dynamic and shouldn't be so stagnant where they're never changing. And then same thing with your technology. I've got a typewriter here. Technology goes bad after a while. So you're going to have to deploy new technology. Once it's up and running, you're going to have to maintain that. And then when it's ready to get rid of it, you're going to have to decommission it. You wouldn't want to decommission your servers without wiping those drives first. So that's an example of the decommission process. So we just need to think about these life cycles, and we're going to manage those life cycles in each one of these areas.